What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, back with another mail video. It's probably not a surprise to you that every single card in this stack here is from Panini Silhouette, and it probably won't be surprising to you that I have some more Silhouette stuff on the way. So obviously I really like that product, as I anticipated I would. Very happy with what Panini's done with that. So I've definitely been spending some of those funds that I put aside for it. Now, unfortunately, I did spend some of those funds on breaks, which I knew better than to do. And these top 5 cards here will be the result of some of those breaks. The other one I showed you was an Alec Burks napkin. So I should have just spent it on singles. I knew that going in. The mistake has already been made, so it is what it is. Let's just look at the cards. So the first one here is a Benedict Mathurin NBA Gear napkin. It's not numbered. It's a nice looking card. You've seen the Miles Turner that I have from the NBA Gear already, which was a Nike tag. This is, like I said, just a plain swatch. So, obviously this isn't one that I would normally buy, but it's one that I got in a break. So now I have it. I'm not sure what the future of that's going to look like going forward, but if nothing else, I can use the flashlight trick and maybe use this as more research moving forward. So I'll try to turn it into a positive thing. I also picked the Glenn Davis spot. It was cheap. Really, it was a long shot for one of those 25th anniversary patches like I showed on one of the other videos. I got a napkin instead. Some of these I'll probably end up putting in my local show inventory to lick my wounds, recoup some of my losses. I got a Rudy Gobert napkin here. I picked the Rudy Gobert spot because it just seemed like players like him and Cat had a lot of cards in this product, which is the same reason why I also got this next one here, which was Andrew Wiggins. And I think I paid the most for the Wiggins spot out of anything, but Wiggins has so many cards in Silhouette, and we're talking like giant Logo Man patches numbered to high numbers, Nike swooshes. He's got all sorts of stuff, and I thought maybe I'd have an outside shot at that. I mean, I did. I had an outside shot at it, and obviously I didn't deliver. The one hit that I got, and it was funny, I didn't even remember that I got this one until it showed up, because I was like really sick when I was watching this break. So I was like falling asleep. And so I did get a Danny Granger threads parallel numbered to 10, and I almost bought one of these the other day. So I'm glad that this showed up first, because it saved me from probably spending money on one of these in the near future. So out of all of the cards that I got, at least I did get one patch relic or prime relic. But like I said, definitely not worth the prices that I paid to get into those breaks. And I'll say lesson learned. Doesn't mean I won't ever enter a break in the future, but it's something I do maybe once or twice a year to begin with, so it doesn't happen all that often. But anyway, and those are all game worn. Obviously, the enclosed game worn used material is guaranteed by Panini. All right, let's get into the purchases. These are things that I bought intentionally. This first one here, this is really cool. This is an unnumbered dual patch relic of Paul George. And immediately when I saw this one, I knew what it was, and I knew that I really wanted it. Most of these unnumbered ones for Paul George are either plain swatches, or it'll be like 2 of these pieces down here. I don't care for this piece. That's usually like the side paneling from the jersey or the shorts. There's tons of that stuff out there. This top one here, I want you to think for a moment what that even could be. Is there anything in the NBA or anything with any NBA team that's associated with a design like that? Okay, and I am going to show this in one of my Silhouette videos. I don't know if it'll come out before or after this, but looks like a raptor's claw, right? So this is from a source material that I knew they had. It's from a 2016 shooting shirt for the All-Star game, which was in Toronto. So I've seen those pieces in, like, there's a booklet with Chris Bosh numbered to 5, a dual booklet that has a lot of the bigger pieces from that shirt. And then I hadn't seen much else emerge from it over time. So I knew they had it. I didn't know if they were going to use it or not. This is from, it's like a piece on the side sleeve that had like a raptor claw. It was like a star, I think, for like the All-Star game. So I saw that. And I thought, you know what, I have to have that. And what's really cool, too, is that this picture is from 2016, 2017. So it's that same era. I know a lot of times with the Paul George stuff, there was the 24 era and then the 13 era, and the relics usually don't line up because I don't expect them to line all that stuff up. I think it was coincidental, but I'm happy that they did that. All right, next up here, this is one that you probably wouldn't picture me buying. This is a Sam Hauser jumbo patch here, number 26 of 49. And this is just by chance. So I saw a Finals logo man for Sam Hauser in this jumbo set, and it made me think, you know what, maybe the rest of the materials, the green materials, are Finals worn as well. Well, I'm not sure if that's the case because he has a Christmas logo man. That's a green jersey too. So I was hoping that I could buy this, which for the research, right? And it's kind of costly research, but buy it for the research. See if I could use that flashlight to get the code underneath it. Hopefully track down the buyer of the Finals logo man, which I have, and see if they could get me a code off of that. We've hit a bit of a roadblock there, so I don't know if this is actually Finals worn or not. Either way, it's a cool patch. Obviously, if it's not Finals worn, then I'm not nearly as excited about it. Even if it's just Christmas Day, I'm not nearly as excited about it. But I'm going to put that in the pending status, and maybe I can figure out some more about that moving forward. Maybe some more clues will emerge. Who knows? That's the fun thing about this Relic Purge, is that stuff's emerging by the day. All right. Next up here, we have a Beef Stew, an Isaiah Stewart patch, numbered 3 of 35. A nice number piece here. It's funny, this is one of my least favorite players in the NBA, but he really gets on my nerves, and I think that kind of struck a chord with me. I've done this with other players that I didn't like in the past either. I guess it's just something about a player that elicits an emotion from you, whether it's good or bad, a strong emotion. My response to that is to get a card of them. So that's what I did here. So I did get this nice Beef Stew patch. I wanted one of the nameplate letters, but I haven't been able to land one of those yet. I keep getting outbid, so this one will have to do for now. A couple more cards here. We've got a Domas Sabonis Jumbo Pacers patch, numbered 6 of 10, and that is part of the I and the D from Indiana. I don't have a lot of Sabonis patches. I've got a nameplate patch. I've got a giant number piece. So I wanted something from the team name or the team logo. So that will definitely fill that spot in the collection. I think I combined shipping with that Sam Hauser. It's very unlikely that my combined shipping efforts ever work, but this time they did. So I was happy about that. And then the big one here. This is, I never thought I'd be spending this much on Doug McDermott cards in 2025, but this is a Doug McDermott patch, numbered 7 of 49. It is the Motorola sponsor patch, or half of one. It's upside down, and you might be thinking, well, is that from his time with the Bulls? No, it's more maroon than red. This is a Hickory jersey, and I haven't tracked it down to the exact game just yet. I have some that I have my suspicions about them, because I think Motorola was instated on like December 18th of 2018, and the 18-19 season they wore these maroon ones. The next season they wore the white jersey, so it had to have been that season. So you take it from like December to April, there's only a 5-month time span that he wore this. Obviously they didn't wear these every game, so I am able to narrow it down some. Maybe I'll be able to find some jerseys that have already sold, and those are hopefully those are game dated. I could take those games out. So anyway, this is going to be a fun research project moving forward. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make any progress with it or not. Either way, I really like the patch. I really like the card, and I'm happy to add that one to the collection. So pretty big batch of Silhouette cards here, and like I said, it won't be the end of that either, so I'm very excited to show you some of the things that are on the way, but I'm not going to spoil any of those for right now. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday, and as always, thanks for watching.